Guys, could you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, folks. So we are just going to discuss about what we call pattern. So we discussed some patterns in the last session, okay, where how to print white spaces, then how to print the other things, right? So today we are going to look at about some of the other things. I will explain. Today we are going to look at about the first pattern. Let me explain the pattern is called pyramid pattern. Let's understand about. And you need to first tell me about how do you write the logic for this, okay? See, folks, am I clearly audible to all of you? Do you have an issue, or am I audible to all of you clearly? Sorry, I'm not getting any voice from your end.
We can hear you, sir.
It's good, sir.
It's good.
Oh, am I clear with you? Am I clear? Do you have any disturbance or something?
No.
I think so, no, right? Yes. Folks, let's continue session. Yeah. Folks, let's go ahead. See, today we would like to write first one pyramid program. My request is all of you people try to find out the logic for this, okay? Suppose n is equal to 5, okay? Then I want display the pattern like this. Look at the pattern. In the first row, there will be a single asterisk, and in the second row, it should be like 3 asterisks. Okay. And next in the next row, there should be 5 asterisks. I mean, we should get the asterisks perfectly. Okay, first let me write the pattern so that you people can understand. Please understand. Okay, I will first write, then I will tell you. The pattern is not like this. The pattern becomes like a pyramid pattern, but I will make it as a pyramid next. Okay, so we should get like this. The pattern should be okay. I'll move them. Then this is going to be just a minute. Because if you are not getting the pattern properly, then you won't understand how many spaces required and all. That's what. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, folks. Mm, 1, 3, 5. That is one more asterisk missed. 7. This is 3, 3, 3. Then I need one more. Sorry. Ah, guys, this is the pattern I'm asking you people to find the solution for this. This is actually called as a pyramid pattern, folks. Okay, this is actually called as a pyramid pattern. Okay, if n is equal to 5, then 5 rows I should get. Okay, and this is the pattern I would like to print. This is actually called as a pyramid pattern. So if n is equal to 5, then we should get an output like this. When n is equal to 5, we should get an output like this. Folks, when n is equal to 5, we should get an output like this. Okay, guys. So you need to think of how do you write the logic, or what are the loops required to display a pattern like this. Okay, did you get my question, everyone? Did you get my question, guys?
Yes, sir.
When n is equal to, when n is equal to 5, you should display a pattern like this. So please think. I'll give a minute. Yeah, I'll give a 2 minutes of time. Please think on this and come up with a solution, like what are the loops to write and how many loops you want to write in outer for loop. Whether you want to write outer for loop with one inner for loop, or outer for loop with two inner for loops, or outer for loop, then inside another inner for loop, then inside another, like that you want, right? But finally, you just please try to come up with a solution saying that outer loop should repeat for these many times, inner loop should repeat for these many times for spaces, and inner loop should repeat for these many times for asterisks. So please try to count, and I'll give a minute of time. Please try to find the solution for this. Okay. Then I will come back and I will explain. Let's write the code for this. Yeah, guys. Did you get any logic for this? Did you get any solution for this? Did you get any solution for this, folks? Could you tell me what's the solution that you found? Could you tell me the solution? Anyone? Guys, I'm not getting any answer from your end. I am not getting any answer from your end, folks. Any idea on this, folks?
Trying it. Still trying it. I'm trying to execute. You can give me a couple of minutes.
Do you want me to give 1 more minute of time? Do you want to think on this?
Yes, please.
Sure. I'll give 1 more minute of time. Please think on this. Okay. Just think to yourself. Don't ask Google or something else. First, you think. Otherwise, I will explain you how. But first, you please think on how many spaces required, how many times you want to print spaces, and how many asterisks you want to print. Okay. Please try to go along with our logic that we discussed for all other previous patterns. Yeah. Yeah, folks. Okay. Please listen to me. Okay. No issues, but please listen to me. Yeah, folks. See, as you know that this is first row. Folks, I'm clear this is the first row.
Yes, sir.
And where we have only one asterisk.
In the middle.
Okay. That is first row. This is I is equal to 1, let's say. At first row, guys, we need one asterisk.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The question is, after how many spaces I need to print asterisk? First, let us identify the spaces.
8.
You can see
8.
the first is one white space. There is one white space, then 2, then 3, then 4,
16 total.
okay, 5, 6,
9,
7, and 8. Could you tell me? Could you tell me after how many white spaces? How many white spaces required to display this asterisk?
8 spaces.
How many? 8 spaces.
8.
When I is equal to 1, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm writing here, guys. I is equal to 1. How many spaces required?
16 spaces. 8 spaces.
No, no. 8 spaces required. I is equal to 1, 8 spaces. Please tell me I is equal to 2. I means the loop for rows is the first or second row now. Could you tell me in the second row how many spaces required?
6.
In the second row, how many spaces required? Could you tell me how many spaces required in the second row?
6.
Identify. Okay, let's count here. 1. I'm drawing the line 1. Then in the middle one white space 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. Could you tell me, guys, how many spaces required now? When I is equal to how many spaces required? When I is equal to how many spaces required?
6,
6. Very good. Could you tell me, count and tell me when I is equal to 3, how many spaces required?
4,
Could you count and tell me how many spaces required when I is equal to 3?
4.
4. Very good. Very good. When I is equal to 4, how many spaces required?
2.
2. When I is equal to 5, how many spaces required?
0,
0.
0. Very good. Now, Felix, could you tell me how many spaces required when I is equal to 1? Can you form a logic between the value of I and the number of spaces based on value of n?
2 into n minus 1.
Guys, could you form
2 into n minus 1.
2 into I minus n minus
value of I for the 2 into n?
minus 1.
Am I right, guys? Am I? Folks, so if you take I value as 1, n value as 5, 8, 5 minus 2, that is 3, 3 into 2, 6. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Folks, am I clear with these spaces now?
Yes, sir. Clear.
You can go for asterisks. Am I clear with this first of all? Am I clear with the spaces now?
Yes,
Folks, am I clear with the spaces now? Could you tell me? Could you give me a reply? Okay, thanks, Sandhya. Yeah, good. Somebody, yeah, good. Okay, Ketan. Yeah, good. Good. Good, Ketan. Observe here, folks. Here, let's talk about asterisks now. Folks, let's go and understand about asterisks. Okay, let's go and understand about asterisks. Let's say I is equal to 1. I is a different color. Guys, let's say I is equal to 1. Could you tell me how many asterisks required? Please tell me when I is equal to 1, how many asterisks required?
1.
1. When I is equal to how many asterisks required, guys? Asterisks required equal to how many? 3.
1.
3.
3. In the third row, I is equal to 3. How many asterisks required, folks?
5.
5 asterisks. When I is equal to 4, how many asterisks required, folks?
7.
7. Yeah, cool. Guys, likewise, could you tell me lastly, when I is equal to 5, could you tell me how many asterisks required?
9.
9. Folks, could you form any logic between the value of I, n, and the number of asterisks?
2 into I minus 1.
Could you form any logic? Could you form any logic, guys? When I is equal to 1, there is 1 asterisk. When I is equal to 2, there are 3 asterisks. So could you form any logic between the value of n, value of I,
I times 2
and the
minus
number
1.
of asterisks?
I times 2 minus 1.
Sorry, I didn't get you there.
It's I times 2 minus 1.
Yeah. It's let's calculate. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Suja. Yeah. Yeah, Dan, correct. Yeah. Guys, you have to find the let's talk about the value of 2i minus 1 means 2 into I minus 1. Don't give any parenthesis for I minus 1. Don't give like this. Then this will be high priority. Then initial I value is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 into something is 0, right? 0 into something will be 0. See, for example, when I is equal to 1, 1 minus 1 will be first calculated. It will become 0. 2 into 0, anything into 0 is 0. Means in the first will get 0 asterisks. So you should not keep this I minus 1 within parenthesis. You have to write this I minus 1 outside the parenthesis. Then first 2 into I will be calculated, right? 2i minus 1. Guys, what's the value of I now? 1. 2 into 1, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. Means 1 asterisk. In the second row, I value is 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1, 3. In the third row, 2 into 3, 6. 6 minus 1, 5. In the fourth row, when I value is 4, first 2 into 4 calculated 8. 8 minus 1 will be 7. In the fifth row, 2 into 5, 10. 10 minus 1, 9. 9 will be asterisks. Guys, tell me how many spaces required and how many asterisks required? How many
Thank you, sir.
spaces required and how many asterisks required?
Asterisks are 2 into I minus 1.
Spaces are how many first? How many spaces you have to print?
2 into n minus I.
2 into n minus I. Keep n minus 1 in parentheses. But how many asterisks to display?
2i minus 1.
2i minus 1. Don't give I minus 1 within parentheses. Okay. 2i will be first calculated, then minus 1 will be calculated. Folks, am I clear? Because asterisk has more priority than minus. Operators precedence. Asterisk is multiplication. It has more priority than subtraction. It's 2i minus 1. Am I clear now? Folks, am I clear to you? Yes. Good. So, how the loops to be written? Please note all these things because there is no document with me and I can't add all these things to the document which I'm sharing you every day. But today, tomorrow, okay, for these 2 days, I can't able to edit the document. You have to write these notes into the document which you have already by keeping today's date in the document. You have to manually type. You have to manually add all these things to your document. Please note this into notebook. Later you can add them to your document. Okay, folks? Okay. So now shall we start writing the for loops required first? Could you tell me how to write the outer for loop? Tell me how many inner for loops required, folks? How many, folks? How many for loops required? How many for loops required?
1
3.
second. Asterisk.
We need one outer for loop.
Two inner.
Yes, we need one outer for loop and two inner
Inner.
for
For-
loops. We need one outer for loop and two inner for loops. Folks, am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We need one outer for loop and two inner for loops. Let's start, guys. Sure. We'll start now. One outer for loop and two inner for loops. Let's start writing the code for this. Yes, let's start here, guys. For okay, for yeah. Could you tell me now what should I write? Int I is equal to 1. I less than or equals to n. I plus plus. This is outer for loop. This is for rows. Could you tell me first inner for loop is for what? This is for what? Spaces.
Rows.
Yeah, for spaces. Could you tell me what's the state? What is the loop to write for? Int j is equal to 1. J less than or equals to
2
2 into
N minus
n minus I.
J plus.
J plus plus. This is for
Spaces.
this is for spaces. So how do you print the space? System dot out dot print. Give a white space.
Yes.
Yes. Now for asterisks, could you tell me what's the loop to write for asterisks? For
J equal to I.
int j is equal to, again I can take j also, right? Because that j and this j both are two different variables. J is equal to 1. Could you tell me what's the loop of j less than or equal to
2I minus 1.
2 into I minus 1,
J
j plus plus. Very good. Very good. Could you tell me now what to print here? System dot guys out dot print. And I should print what? Asterisk. Along with asterisk, I also need to print one white space. Then tell me after the first row is completed, after spaces and the asterisks, then control should move to next row. For that, I should write system dot out dot
println.
Println. Guys, could you understand the logic now? What is the loop required for writing or printing this pattern? So shall we start writing the program for this now?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Let's start writing a program in Eclipse. I'm just going to write the program in Eclipse, folks. Please note everything. Whatever I'm writing here, please note everything. Whatever the n value I took, whatever the notes I'm writing here, please try to write everything into your notes, okay? And then add the same thing to your document by keeping today's date, okay? For today and tomorrow, you have to do like that. Let's create a new project, folks. Let's create a new Java project. And project name could be, okay, project name could be something. It could be something what we want, we can write. Project name could be pattern or pyramid pattern program. That's a project name. Let's finish. Okay, then we go ahead. First, we'll remove this module -info.java file. We'll delete the file. Folks, first we delete this. Yes, we want to delete the file. Then we'll right click on SRC. Then we go to new, then we go to class. And here first, I told you, as of now, please enter the package name. So com.ashok.it.basics. And the class name, I should enter the class name there. So the class name could be pyramid pattern. And the public static void main, that is a method which I'm just adding it. Now I got this class. And first I would like to delete this line. And here first I should take scanner object, obviously. So let's take scanner. SSC is equal to new scanner of system.in. Folks, am I clear now? But obviously we need to get the imports. So obviously I'm getting the import now. Okay. Then we are asking system.out.println. Okay, system.out.println. I'm asking, please enter how many rows you want to print. How many rows you want to print? And then we will have to take the value to n variable. So obviously int n is equal to sc.nextInt. Then I'm just calling the method called print pattern of n, passing that n variable. I want to print the print pattern. But one thing here is that I have no method called print pattern. I should create the method now. So create the method called print pattern here. And let's start writing the loops. For this is the outer for loop for the rows, right? So for int I equals to 1, I less than or equals to n, I plus plus, folks. Could you tell me what next after this? For let's say int j equals to 1, j less than or equals to, just now 2 into n minus I. This is for spaces j plus plus. Okay, and I'll let the comment there, but this is for spaces. So system.out. It's not println, just only print. Because we want to print the space and we want to make the cursor to stay on the same line. So that's why a space required. This is for space, and next one we go with for. Then let's say int j equals to 1. Folks, next one, j less than or equals to how many? 2 into I minus 1. Okay. So wherever you are writing an operator, it is better to add a white space before the operator and after the operator to make your code readable. That's what I'm doing it, folks. Okay. And this is system.out.print, not println, it's print. What to print here? Asterisk. So I like to print asterisk first. And after printing asterisk, we even want to print white space. Folks, am I clear to you? Right? Then we want to print a new line. So system.out.println. Folks, okay? The code is over, but if you want me to write, I will write. This is inner for loop 1. Inner for loop 1 for the spaces. And this is another inner for loop. So inner for loop 2. Inner for loop 2 for the asterisks. Okay, let's run this program, folks. Yeah, let's run this program. We have run as Java application. Enter how many rows you want to print. Let's say I want to print 5 rows. Yes, are you getting the pyramid pattern now? This is what called as pyramid pattern. Folks, I'm clear with this. How many rows you want to print? For example, 5 rows. Then I have to get the pattern like this. Am I clear with this pattern, guys? Okay, am I clear with this pattern?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose if I run again, now this time I want to print 8 rows. Then you're getting a very big pyramid. Okay, folks. Everybody, am I clear with this, folks? Am I clear with this?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. 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 Guys, okay. Because
Yes, sir.
uh,
Sir, I have one question, sir.
sure.
Sir, yeah, can I, without using method, we will be print the pattern?
Sorry.
So actually, without method using in this class, just like you have used private static void print pattern method, I didn't want this type method will be used without method. This is
No,
possible.
no, possible. I mean, see, what my intention is, don't write the logic in main method.
Okay.
Just generally in Java, main method is used for taking the input, calling the other methods, displaying the output,
Okay.
but not for
Oh.
writing the logics.
Okay.
If you have any logic, please try to create a method to define the logic of your application.
Okay, sir.
Main is generally main method in Java is given for to take the input, to create objects for classes, to invoke the methods.
Create the object.
Okay, that reason we use main method. That's why better to separate the logic. That's why we are creating a separate method and we are habituating to write the code like that.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks. Folks, we got the pattern, right? Now, could you try for the next one, guys? Okay, of course, today we will wind up the pattern programs. And next program we'll discuss is about how do we display the Pascal triangle. I'll give you the logic and you have to write the code for that. But that's an important program for you. But could you tell me the loops? Half of the loop half of the code but remaining half of the code you need to try, folks.
Hi, can you
Let me
please,
just see.
hello? Can you please,
Yeah.
I need to take a picture of that, yes, so I can add it. Thank you. Just scroll down, please. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Folks, okay. Otherwise, I can do one thing if possible is, just a minute, if possible. I will export it like an image. Okay. And I can do one thing, folks. In the chart, I'll send this image file. Guys, have you got this image in chart? In chart window, did you get this image? Very good. Could you
Yes.
able to download that image? Could you able to download that image, folks? You can save as or something like that. Any option is
Yeah,
there for you?
I can save as, yes.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
issue. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, I'll do like that. Okay, please download that file. Guys, next one, folks. Everything is almost same, but guys, I just want to remove these things. If n is equal to 5, then you have to display both upward pyramid and downward pyramid. I mean to say the output should be like this now. Okay, let's first delete this box. Yeah. Then output should be, folks, output should be like this. If n is equal to 5, Folks, everyone, if n is equal to 5, then you should display the output like this. Okay, when n is equal to 5, the output should be, the pattern should be like this now. The pattern should be like this when n is equal to 5. This is the pattern that you have to display when n is equal to 5. So please try to think on this now, guys, because you know already the upward pyramid, but now it is a downward pyramid, right? So please try to think on how to write the loops for this. And of course, it's a work given to you. You have to do it now. I'm not going to, give anything on this. So just I'll give you a minute or 2 minutes of time. Please think on this and try to form your own logic to display the output like this, because you know up to half of the pyramid how to display that, you know. The upward pyramid, you know, the downward pyramid that you are going to think on. Okay, folks. So just think on this. How do you write the loops for displaying a pattern like this when n is equal to 5? When n is equal to 5, you should display a pattern like this. So please try to think on how do you write the loops for this. And it's a work for you. I'm not going to involve in this. And because I already gave my explanation up to how do you display half of the pyramid, the upward pyramid, but now you also need to display the downside pyramid. Just think on this for a while, 1-2 minutes. Then I will start with my next program. Yeah, folks, are you getting some logic on this? Okay, you please try it, okay? You please take this n is equal to 5 means I should display output like this. Please try loop for this and try to write a program and try to get the output for this, okay? I'll go ahead and I will start explaining about the next program. This is Pascal triangle. So let me delete this. Yeah, I'll go ahead, guys. So what we're next going to discuss is the last another pattern program, and I'll tell you how the pattern is going to be. This is actually called as a Pascal triangle program. Probably this program is an important program for you, along with the other programs of patterns so far what we discussed. Okay. Suppose if n is equal to 5, this is a Pascal triangle. Pascal's triangle. Okay. So when n equals to 5, suppose if I want n is equal to 5, then output the Pascal triangle looks like this. Okay, the first column and last column of the Pascal triangles are 1. In each row, the first column and last column of the Pascal triangle is 1. Let's say, for example, output should be like this. 1. Okay, 1, folks. Then next is 1, 1. It is 1, 1, folks. So 1, 1. Okay. Then it is 1, 2, 1. Then it is 1, 3, 3, 1. Then the next row is 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. When n is equal to 5, the triangle should be like this. This is actually called as Pascal triangle. Okay, guys, this is called Pascal triangle. Okay. Are you able to get my point, folks? This is called Pascal triangle, and we should display. We should have a program to print a Pascal triangle like this now. See, the first column and last column of each row. In the first row there is only one column. In the second row there are 2 columns. In the third row there are 3 columns. In that the first column and last column should be 1. The first column and the last column should be 1. Okay, and the middle are calculated. For example, how I'm getting 2 here? I'm getting 2 by summing the 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, how am I getting 3 here? This is 1 plus 2, 3. This is 2 plus 1, 3. The first and last columns are 1. The middle columns are calculated based on the above row by summing the consecutive elements of the above row. These are the 2 consecutive elements of the above row. 1 plus 1, that is 2. The first and last column will be 1. This is 1, 3, 3, 1. 2 plus 1, 3, 2 plus 1, 3. 1, 3, 3, 1. This is 1 and 1. This is 3 plus 1, 4. 3 plus 6, 6, 3 plus 1, 4. So 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Folks, have you got how the triangle is formed here? Please give a reply.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is called which triangle, folks? This is called
Pascal's
Pascal
triangle.
triangle. Yes, this is called Pascal triangle. And now we have to, when n is equal to 5, we should display a triangle like this. We have to write a program to display the Pascal triangle. Folks, okay, yeah. So shall we start getting explanation for this now? Is it clear, folks? Everyone, first of all, try to digest the triangle.
Yes, sir.
And could you tell me the reply? Could you give me a reply saying that yes, I understood, no, I didn't, something like that? Everyone from online folks?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. Okay. Good. So now we will understand. Okay, we will discuss. We'll understand how you people can able to how we can able to display. Yeah. Yeah. See, folks. So the thing is now we have to display a Pascal triangle like this. Okay. To display a Pascal triangle like this, we have to identify or we need to know about a mathematical formula called NCR. See, let me write here, folks. Let me write here the equivalent one. The first one, folks, just understand. The first one is it's something like it's something like 0 C0. 0 C0. You know NCR, right? Like n factorial by, there is a formula for NCR, mathematical formula.
n minus r factorial into
N minus r factorial into r factorial. That is the formula. I will explain. We should apply NCR formula. This is 0 C0. Okay, and you know, if you find 0 C0, the value of 0 C0 is 1. Anything C0 is 1. Okay. For example, 0 C0, 1 C0, 2 C0, 4 C0, 10 C0. Anything C0 is 1. Folks. Okay. Mathematical formula. Okay. Because if you apply NCR formula, n factorial means 0 factorial by 0 minus 0 factorial into 0 factorial. So 0 factorial is 1. And 0 factorial, 0 minus 0 means 0 factorial. That is again 0. 1. And 0 factorial is 1. 1 by 1 means 1. Folks. Okay. Here n is 0. CR is 0. Could you tell me what's the value of NCR? NCR formula? Could you tell me what's the NCR formula?
n factorial by
N factorial divided by
n minus r factorial
n minus r factorial
into r factorial.
into r factorial. This is a mathematical formula. So replace n value 0 here, not this n value. For this particular row, I'm talking about this one. According to this is 0, this is 0. Now see what n0 or 0. 0 factorial by, let me write here better, so that everybody, I think, could able to understand it. Equal to, tell me now, in place of n there is 0, in place of r there is 0. Could you tell me what is the value of n here? 0, 0 factorial by, what is the value of n there? 0. Okay, don't think about the n at left side. Please only just understand about that particular line. Minus 0 factorial into 0 factorial. Could you able to get this point, folks?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Could you able to get this point? Yes? Folks, everyone, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Good to go. Yes, folks. Yeah. So 0 factorial means how much, guys? 1. Anything 0 factorial is 1 always. 0 factorial is 1 divided by 0 minus 0 means 1 into again 0 for 1, which is equal to 1. Am I, folks? Am I clear with this? So did you get the first value as 1 in the Pascal triangle? Did you get this first? Have you digested this statement? Have you digested this statement, folks? Guys, have you digested this statement?
Sir.
Yes, good. Good to know, guys. 1 divided by 1 into 1 equal to 1. Am I folks, am I clear with you? Have you digested this? Good. Good. Could you tell me, please understand me, folks. Let me delete this. Now the next row. Folks, please understand the next row. This is 1C0. The next value is 1C1. Okay. Could you tell me now what is the value of 1C0? Could you tell me what's the value of 1C0? Please apply NCR formula here and please tell me what's the value of 1C0. And could you tell me what's the value of 1C1?
1, sir.
What about 1C0? What about 1C1? Please apply the formula. Please apply NCR formula and try to find out the value for 1C0 and 1C1.
Both are 1, sir.
Very good. Both are 1. Both are 1. Folks, could you tell me now what is this 2C0?
2C0.
This is 2C0. I
0
mean,
is
just
1.
I'm writing, yeah, I'm writing 2C0. Give me a minute. 2C0. 2C1. 2C2. Could you tell me what's the value of 2C0, 2C1 and 2C2? We need to find out somehow a relation.
That's the same in pattern, sir. 0, 1, 2.
Sorry, 2C0. What's the value of 2C0?
1, sir. 2 by 2, 1.
1. Could you tell me what's the value of 2C1?
That's again 2.
2 factorial by 2 minus 1 factorial into 1 factorial, guys. Could you tell me what the value of 2C1?
2, sir.
2, sir.
2. Very good. What's the value of 2C2?
1.
1. Are you getting 1 to 1 as output now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Similarly, this is 3C0. This is 3C1. This is 3C2. Guys, this is 3C3. Could you tell me could you find the values of 3C0, 3C1, 3C2 and 3C3? This is an important program, folks. For everyone, I'm telling you, Pascal triangle program is important. You will get a question in an interview. Could you tell me, could you write the code for Pascal triangle like that? Yes.
Yeah, same in the pattern, sir.
Same the pattern 1 3 3 1.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Yeah, very good. Now this is 4C0, obviously. This is 4C1. This is 4C2. This is 4C3. This is 4C4. Could you calculate just the values of 4C0, 4C1, 4C2, 4C3, and 4C4?
4 factorial by 4 factorial, 1 factorial. 4 minus 1, 3 factorial. 4 factorial by 2 factorial means 4 into 3 by 2, 6.
Online folks, everyone, am I clear? To everyone, am I clear? Am I clear how to print Pascal triangle? What value to print? What value to find out here to print a row in the Pascal triangle?
This is also same as the pattern, sir.
Same as the pattern, right? 1, 4, 6, 4, 1.
Yes,
Folks,
sir.
if at all you want to print a Pascal triangle, then you need to apply the formula called NCR. Actually, so far we discussed it's a first row. Guys, so far we have discussed that it's a first row. This is a first row. This is a second
sir.
row. This is a third
Third.
row. This is a
Fifth
fourth
row.
row. And this is the fifth row. Guys, am I clear? Everyone, folks, am I clear with this? So far we discussed about this is a first row. This is a second row. This is a third row. This is a fourth row. And this is the fifth row. But now this time we need to think like this is first row means 0.
Yes, sir.
Here I value is 0. Because we need to
Yes.
find a 0, C0, right? So that's why this time I will start I with, I'm not going to start I is equal to 1. Folks, please understand now. I'm going to start I is equal to 0. I'm going to start with I is equal to 0. If I start I value 0, and if I want to print 5 rows, could you tell me now what is the index of this first row now? What is the first row now? 0. Second row is 1. Third row will be 2. Fourth row will be 3. Fifth row will be 4.
4.
Means what are the values of I? What are the values of I here? Could you tell me what are the values of I for these rows?
1, 2, 0, 1,
0,
0, 1, 2, 3,
0,
4.
1,
0,
2,
1,
3,
2, 3,
4.
4.
4. Means if n is equal to 5, then I should start I with 0. I should end I at 4 now.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear, folks? So far, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Please understand, folks. So far, am I clear with you? Next. Please understand. Tell me, guys, tell me, I have to print spaces now.
Yes, sir.
Folks have to print spaces, right?
Yes, sir.
See, this is the pattern. So let me give a box for this. Yeah. Guys, could you tell me now? Directly we are printing the one, or we need to print first spaces now?
First we have
First, you need to print a space. How many spaces now? Let's see. 1,
n minus 1 space.
2, 3, 4. Then fifth one will be our one value, right?
Yes, sir.
So could you tell me how many spaces required before?
4.
4 spaces.
4 spaces
4.
required. Very good. When I is equal to 0, how many spaces required?
4.
4.
4
4.
spaces.
Very good. Very good. When I is equal to 1, we need 4 spaces. Please understand me. Could you tell me when I is equal to 1, how many spaces required? Could you tell me? We'll count 1,
1, 2, 3.
2, 3
2,
spaces.
3 spaces required.
Yes, sir.
3 spaces required. Let's write here. Let's write here. Could you tell me when I is equal to, we are not starting I is equal to 1, right? We are starting with I is equal to how much?
0.
0. Let us try to form the formula of i's. Guys, could you tell me when I is equal to 0? I is equal to 0. Could you tell me how many spaces required?
4 spaces.
4 spaces required. When I is equal to 1, how many spaces required?
3.
Sorry? 3 spaces
3
required.
spaces.
When I is equal to how many spaces required?
2.
When I is equal to 2, means third row. Could you tell me how many spaces required? Third row.
2 spaces.
2 spaces.
spaces.
2 spaces. Very good. 2 spaces. When I is equal to 3, how many spaces required?
One space.
One space required. Am I clear? Hey folks, am I clear? When I is equal to
Yes.
4, how many spaces required?
Zero.
0.
0. So could you form the logic now? How many spaces required? Could you form the logic based on n value, I value? How many spaces? For spaces, I'm talking about for spaces. Guys,
It could be n minus 1, sir.
sorry, how many spaces required? Could you tell me?
N minus 1.
N minus 1? No, n
No.
minus 1 means always 4, no? First row is okay, but what about when I is equal to 1? N minus 1 means 4, right? Yeah,
N minus I is 1. I guess I is no.
yes. Folks, could you tell me? Could you tell me? Yeah. Folks, if n is equal to 5, I is equal to 0, how many spaces required? 4. Please calculate. Please calculate n minus I minus 1. Please calculate
Yes.
this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please calculate this n minus I minus 1 for each row. When I is 0, calculate n5, I 0, and minus 1. 5 minus 0, 5 minus 1, 4. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Next,
Yes, sir.
next row, 5 minus 1, minus 1. 5 minus 1, 4, 4 minus 1, 3. When I is equal to, how many spaces required? 5 minus 2,
minus 1.
minus 1. 5 minus 2, 3, 3 minus 1, 2. Spaces are 2 only, na?
Yes, sir.
Could you tell me finally how many spaces required for each row? How many
N
spaces
minus
required in
5
each row? N
minus 1.
minus I
Minus I
minus 1. Am I
minus
clear,
1.
folks? Very good. Very good. Very good. So we got the outer loop and we got the inner loop. We got the outer loop and we got the inner loop. Folks, am I clear so far? Am I clear so far? Have you understood so far?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Please understand me. Guys, what I'm doing is first I'm writing the outer loop and inner loop 1. Inner loop 2 I will explain. Guys, please try to get this. Okay? Yeah. First I'm writing outer loop 1 and I'm writing outer loop and inner loop 1. Inner loop 2 I'll explain next. So that this program is over. Even you can also write the code for this. Let's start. This is outer loop. Guys, outer loop for int I is equal to 0. Hey, this time I'm starting I is equal to only for this Pascal triangle program. I'm starting I is equal to 0 because I need to form the logic. So that's why I'm starting with I is equal to 0. I'm starting with I is equal to 0. Am I clear, folks?
Yes.
Yes, I is equal to 0. Next,
I less than n.
less than n. Very good. Because I should stop at 4 only, right?
Yes, sir.
Not less than or equal to n. Less than or equal to n means what? I will become up to 5. But when you start I value at 0, I should end at 4 only, when n is equal to 5. When n is equal to 5, I should stop at 4 only. That's why we are writing I less than n. Am I clear? I plus plus. Could you tell me, this is the outer loop? I'm talking about inner loop now. Inner loop 1. I'm not talking about inner loop 2. I'm talking about inner loop 1. Could you tell me this is for spaces, right? Hey. Folks, am I clear?
Yes,
Everyone?
sir.
Yeah. Adarsha, am I clear? Aksha, am I clear? Bhagesh,
Sir.
Dan, Harika, am I clear? Nitish,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Nitish, am I clear? Rajalakshmi, am I clear? Rav, Sri, Sandhya Rani, Ruku, Shashikant, Suja,
Yes, sir.
Sukman, Sushmita, Uma. Am I clear to all of you?
Yes.
Am I clear with this Pascal triangle program? Are you getting this?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Good. Cool, folks. Let's understand. Guys, we are working with inner loop one. Inner loop one is for spaces, right? So for could you tell me int j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to n minus I minus 1. Am I clear? J plus plus. System dot out dot print space. Guys, folks, am I clear, folks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So far, we are good, right? So far, we are good. I think so.
Yes, sir.
You got the clarity on this. But now the next thing is we have to talk about finding the value. The next one more inner loop is required so that we can able to display the output. Am I clear, folks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Could you tell me now what is the value I need to find out to print the value here? To print the, not we are not printing ASCII, we are printing a number. How do we get this number 1 in this after spaces? By calculating the value of 0, 0?
Yes.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah.
Tell me, guys, what is the value of I in the first row?
0.
0.
0. Very good. What is the value of I in the second row?
1.
1.
1. Okay. 1. Very good. In the third row?
2.
2. See, when I'm calculating, I should start my j with 0. I should end my j up to I. For example, if you take the fourth row, could you tell me what's the value of I at fourth row?
3.
3. Tell me my j should start at 0 so that 3C0, 3C1, 3C2, stop at 3, 3C3. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Everybody, could you find the logic here? Could you find the logic now? Are you getting the logic? When I is equal to 3, j should start at 0, j should end at 3. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so that I can find out 3C0, 3C1, 3C2, 3C3. Nothing but what this is ICJ. If you take one row, guys, please understand. For example, if you take this one, folks. Please, folks, please try to understand me. Easy. It's very easy. Nothing to worry. For an example, take this row. Could you tell me what's the value of I in this row? Could you tell me what the value of I in this row?
3.
Very good. I is equal to 3. Okay. J, I will start at 0. I will end at 3. Okay.
Yes,
Folks,
sir.
am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Could you tell me now what is the ICJ? What is the value of I?
3.
3.
0. 3C0.
0.
0.
Next value of J?
3C1.
1.
3C1. Next value of J?
3C2.
3C2.
3C. Last value of J.
3.
3C3.
We are getting this row now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, where should J start and where should J end at?
J should
J
start
should
at
start at 0,
J should start at 0. J should end at
3.
I.
3. I.
3 means I, na?
Or at I.
Yeah. Am I clear, folks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the formula of ICJ?
I factorial.
I factorial by
I minus
J
J
factorial
factorial
I
into
minus
J
J factorial into
into J factorial.
J factorial. Hey,
That's
did you
it.
guys got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now let me give the outer loop so that I can conclude the session for today. We'll let the program tomorrow. Folks, could you tell me now for this is inner for loop 2 for numbers, right? Inner loop 2. Could you tell me inner loop 2 where should start?
Start at 0.
4 into J is equal to 0.
J less than
J less than or equals to I.
I.
J plus
J
plus.
plus.
Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good, folks. Very good. Okay. Very good. Please understand, folks. System dot out dot print. What should I print?
NC I.
NCI.
Huh.
NCI means directly I cannot find NCI, right? What's the formula of NCI? Sorry, what's the value of ICJ?
ICJ, sir.
ICJ factor. ICJ formula?
I factorial by
Factorial by
I factorial, right? So what I will do is to calculate the factorial, I'll create one more method. I'll tell you. It's not a predefined method. We will write the method for this tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Factorial of I divided by what, guys?
factorial of I minus J
Factorial of I minus J
into factorial of J.
into factorial of
Factorial of J.
J.
J. Hey, am I clear with this value I want to bring now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Did you guys get the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But we don't have any factorial predefined method in Java. We have tried the factorial method. You know how to find n factorial, already we discussed in for loop.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you find n factorial? 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into up to n. If n value is 4, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. If n value is 5, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. That's what n factorial. Guys, did you got logic today? Tomorrow let the program.
Yes, sir.
Pascal triangle logic. Everyone in online. Folks, did you got the logic for today regarding
Yes,
this
sir.
and Pascal triangle program? Am I
Yes,
clear with
Kind
you?
of. I'm gonna, yeah, a little.
Good. But we don't have any method called factorial. Don't feel that we have a predefined method called factorial. We don't have any method called factorial, but we have to create a method called factorial in our code.
By ourselves.
It's a
we
user
have
defined method.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Am I clear, folks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is a very important program for you guys. So logic I gave. Please try this program by yourself. Tomorrow I will also write the code for this. Now I will just give you in a chart this entire folks. This entire image. Folks, I'm just keeping it in chart. To everyone, I'm just keeping it in chart, folks. Guys, could you able to receive it? This image?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
please. Yeah, please save it in your system and try to go through. Please try to write the program for this by yourself. But tomorrow I will also give you the program on this. Okay, do you have any other questions to me apart from this? So once it is completed, tomorrow we will start with the while loop. So far we are discussing about which loop, folks? So
For
far, what
loop.
is our loop? For
For
loop. And we discuss about how that outer loop,
section.
inner loop, nested for loop and all. Okay. The next we
Yes.
are going to look at about while loop. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Folks, so please try to write a code for this if possible. Tomorrow I'll also give the code for this. Do you have any other questions to me? Before I wind up the session, do you have any questions to me? Folks, do you have any questions to me? Am I clear with you? Am I clear with the today's session? Did you understand the session for today?
Yes, sir.
Folks, did you understand the session for today?
Yeah, sir. When will be started, sir? OOPS concept. How many days?
Oops
will
concept
be
you're talking?
yeah. When will be started?
No,
sir?
no. Before we start with the oops, once loops are completed, I will first first I'll start with arrays, which is an
Okay.
important concept.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Arrays and strings I'll first conclude, then I will start with oops.
Okay,
See, there are two ways now. Oops, I can start before arrays
okay.
and strings, or even after that. But my intention is it's better to learn the path of learning could be better first you complete arrays and strings, then we'll start with the oops.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it may take around another 1 week.
Okay, sir.
Okay, a week of sessions.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Folks, tomorrow we will discuss the continuation of this today's session. Thank you.